stereotypes in our middle school, and we also want to help our community outside of our schools that is in need with this problem. So this is our United Nations goal is the number 5 gender equality.
So our driving question is, how can we inform the middle school about gender equality and women's rights so that everybody can equal?
So what is our purpose? Our purpose is to help boys and girls feel comfortable in their own skin and put stereotypes in the past.
So our empathy that we found out. So each of those people in our middle school, the people that thought there was a problem with like our gender equalities and like women's rights and things like that, and then the people that didn't. So to find out and to empathize with both of the people to understand what we needed to fix and what we needed to work on, we did these actions. So the first activity that we did was a survey. So we sent this out to the whole middle school, and it was asking some basic questions about what they thought gender equality was, what they thought was happening in our middle school, and what they thought some of the problems were, simple things like that. And then the second activity we did was ask our younger grade students, which was in first grade, and we asked them to draw different roles and jobs, such as like doctors or that, and to see what gender they chose as the job career. So that was really interesting, and we learned a lot from them, seeing when the stereotypes start and when that whole process begins to happen. Then the second thing that we did was the movie night. So this was to raise money for the activity we're going to talk about later that we're raising money for. And so it was a holiday, and the holiday theme was where we sold candy canes and cookies. And the empowerment assembly was the last thing that we did, is where we split up our middle school from boys and girls and talked to them separately about what, especially got face-to-face with them and talked about what they really thought was the gender equality problems in our middle school.
So our goals are to donate feminine supplies to a women's shelter that we got in contact with, because for a lot of women, like homeless women, it's choosing a meal or choosing to buy hygiene products because they're so expensive. We also want to help male equally as female. So once we're done helping out and making the people from the homeless shelters, we want to find a project that we can help men in. And then what we've already done is inform the middle school about stereotypes and how to stop them and what they should do, what they shouldn't do, like their connection with them, so that we can take stereotypes in the past.
So this is what worked. So the survey got to see the perspective of our whole middle school and how they thought. As Frank already said, there's two kinds of people in our middle school, and the survey helped us figure that out. The gender equality assemblies also worked, even though the girls meant really well, but the boys had more of a hard time opening up to us and telling us what they felt. The candy grounds worked because we had money, and basically it's where we sold candy canes and cookies for our middle school, and the movie night, and right now we have 460 members.
Okay, so thanks to all the things that we did, we basically got the perspective of all of our middle school. We considered all of their opinions towards gender inequality, and thanks to that, we can proceed with our next steps. And we raise awareness about this problem so people can stop saying insulting things, feelings just because of their gender. As Akhil said before, and Bella for the women's shelter.
Okay, so our next step. So the next thing that we is we want to include the male gender in our group, so we want to make the gender equality group bigger. And so one of the projects that we're working on right now is providing feminine supplies that they need, because they're usually asked to, do you want to eat food, or do you want hats and all of that. And so we're for a homeless women's shelter. And so next steps is to help end stereotypes. And so by young first grade and second grade. And that's when we usually started them off. And so some of the girl stereotypes that they face is that they have to be weak and they can't be athletic, and they have to be sassy and mean and bossy, so kind of like this mean personality. and they also have to be fragile. And so they are many times underestimated because so you either have to be really smart or really like stupid or like dumb, and so like there's no in between. They're just like polar opposites. And so usually like right now, all they think like what girls are supposed to think about is trying to impress guys and flirt with guys, and they can't think about grades, but it all has to be about guys and everything. And they also have to be beautiful, and they have to fit in society's label of beautiful with like their body and their face.
And we saw this happen. So this is how we can kind of relate to it. Even like a group, we've like seen this and like seen the stereotypes even like in our grade.
So some of the boys' stereotypes is that they have to be strong if they're weak, called nicknames and nicknames that might seem fine in our society now, but they really shouldn't. So men are also told that they can't cry or that they have to hide their feelings because they have to man up. That's something that's really not healthy because in tests that they've done that it eventually affects them when they hit the puberty, when they hit puberty and when they become teenagers because they become a lot angrier and all those feelings they use it as aggression and turn it into something that's not okay. So then they're also supposed to not care about things. They're supposed to be athletic because if you're not, you're called nicknames. You're weak. They have to be handsome, good looking to be in society. They have to be brave and else there as well, called nicknames and things that they don't identify with. And then they have to be muscular, funny, and stupid. And if they're not stupid, they have to be really, really smart.
Okay, so these are the links of our presentations, which we did with a workshop for the kids in our middle school, which we're not going to present today, but we just wanted you guys to know that.
So if we're thinking long term, so as our project has to do with feminine supplies and things that doesn't like go away, so like thinking for planning ahead and having. So one of our long term a consistent smoothie selling business. So we want to start off slowly. So we want to start with like just like once every month, and then move to like every Friday, and then start having that like as a thing in our school, so people can know to buy smoothies that day, and then that can give us money for like our projects.
Yeah, like a constant income.
Yeah, and also the money, the $462, we're gonna put it into this business so we can like start. Like we can make it going, so it's
Like buy blenders and fruits and all the food we need.
So our activity. So we're going to be doing an activity that we did while. So if you came to our last workshop and like went to the gender equality workshop there, we did the same one, but we're going to do it again because it gives a lot of good perspectives and a lot of you are like not familiar with it. So yeah. So.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hand out sticky notes and papers, and you're gonna write on the paper like, I wish boys knew, I wish everyone knew, and I wish girls knew. Like you can write all three of them or one of them, whatever you choose, or a personal experience as well. So, for example, if you've ever been catcalled, if you've ever felt that somebody said something insulting because of your gender, they called you weak or anything like that, then write it down and so that you don't have to write your names or anything, and then like we have everyone like see your perspective, so everybody can learn how, even though they might not, other people are affected.
You guys, you want and write your name. So once again on like what you're supposed to write, so you can write a comment about which like if you want what you want girls to know, like to know, what guys to know, or what you want everyone to know. So you can write one comment about each, or you can do one for everything. Yeah. Try to start with the sentence with "I wish everyone knew. I wish girls knew." And if you guys want to do like one for if I wish guys knew, then you guys can get a different piece of paper if you want to add for girls. Yeah, we're gonna get the hats and you're gonna put them here, so no one will know. Not yet, though. Yeah, for sure. I think it's time to yeah. Are you guys? Okay. I don't know. Try to like make it a little bit.
¿Cuáles girls? Everyone.
Is for the everybody?
Ah.
Si quieres lo puedes partir.
Ma, yo creo que tienes esto, no, pones eso. ¿Me escribiste lo que quieres?
I wish.
Oh, haz un post, no puedo escribir. Tu letra es para allá. Eso por si dice Jewish. That's fine.
Okay.
Which one's everything?
Oh, I got it right here. Hey. Never mind. Which is that for? Okay. For the every, I'll just say. Yeah. What this say? I wish boys knew. Boys knew. Boys knew. Where's girls? Okay, so boys. Oh boys. Okay, yeah, we don't. You guys are good? Go get him, Tiger. No, I'm gonna go. Is everyone done? Did everybody turn their papers in? Okay. Okay, so okay, so now if you don't mind, can we have like 3 volunteers, just one for everyone to read it, or okay, yeah. You don't want to read it? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
And you'll read the girls. I wish girls knew. I wish boys knew, and I wish everyone knew.
Me?
Yeah,
Boys?
girls. I wish girls knew. Everyone knew. You just come up.
Which one is everyone and which one
This
is...
one's everyone, so you'll read it off of the girls knew, and then she'll read this. So we'll just do like three, and then we'll switch people. Yeah.
So do I read?
Yeah.
I wish girls knew that they're the worst, that they're their worst enemy, and the way we carry ourselves to the world is the way people will see us as. You are you. Girls know that they're. I don't think. I here. I wish girls knew that even if you're not cold, hot, you're all beautiful inside, as cheesy as that sounds. This is everyone, but either ways, I wish guys knew that it's okay to have feelings, you're a human. I wish everyone knew we're equals. Here. I wish girls knew that guys take their personalities as a really important thing. We don't just look at your appearance. Okay, now.
Boys knew. Okay, I wish boys knew that you shouldn't be afraid of being yourself. It gets better if you. It gets better if you like something that someone else doesn't. It's okay. Without people like you, it's just a circle of boring people. I wish boys knew that they can cry and show emotions. I wish boys knew that girls have.
I wish everyone knew. I don't appreciate being called dumb because I'm definitely not. Guys to know that not all girls are weak. I want girls to know that they shouldn't act dumb or stupid to try to impress. I wish girls can also be strong and athletic. I wish boys understand how difficult it is to give birth.
Who else wants to read?
Like, you're right.
Here's one, two, three.
Are you gonna read? I wish everyone knew not to judge people by their appearance. I wish everyone knew that girls shouldn't be defined by their aspects, but also by their inner qualities. This is boys. I wish boys knew that their comments really hurt and can affect deeply a girl's self-esteem and confidence.
I wish boys knew that we like when they. I wish that guys knew that it is fine if you're not muscular or strong. That you should love yourself for who you are and not what you're trying to be.
I wish girls saw popularity doesn't matter. I wish everyone knew that we should all be treated equally. I wish girls knew that guys should be treated well too. Don't expect to be treated like a princess when you treat him like a peasant. I wish girls knew that we have to support each other.
No. Oh yeah. 3 minutes left.
I wish guys knew that athletic girls can be better than many guys at sports. It's booty and I like that. So I don't know. I wish girls knew that they don't have to conform to specific standards of beauty. And I wish guys knew that girls don't like to be catcalled. Okay. Girls knew girly is not that essential need to be called a female. I wish guys knew and bonded too. We don't like to be disrespected. I wish everyone knew gender doesn't define your options. And I wish girls knew that I am small, but I can play sports.
Does anyone else want to read with the last like 1 or 2? Anyone? Just the one in the hat.
I wish girls knew that not all guys are jerks. I wonder who that is. I know. It was like sarcastic. I can't read this. I don't read cursive. I wish girls knew that boys can have feelings too. I knew that both women and men have some strengths and weaknesses, but it shouldn't be a stereotype. I wish girls knew we are strong. You can be a good mom and an entrepreneur. I want girls to know that you don't have to be super fit to feel pretty. I want boys to know that six packs and lifting weights are not what define you. I want everyone to know that we are all the same and we can do whatever we want. I wish girls knew that the most beautiful thing in the world is women supporting each other rather than criticizing. I wish girls weren't afraid to be themselves. I wish girls knew that they have the power to be anyone they want. I wish boys knew that feminism isn't a bad word and that they do not have to believe everything the media suggests about its definition.
So thank you guys so much for coming, and we hope you enjoyed. Do you have any questions or anything you want to ask us? We have to do the feedback. Yeah, you go.
No questions?
Okay, so thank you.
So now we are going to work to some feedback for this. So I hope you all participate because this is useful for them and also for us in order to reflect about this. So our first question could be the classes, like what did you guys like or enjoyed about this? Not the presentation, the project. What did you guys think that it's maybe unique or something interesting that they are addressing?
I like that they started on their own campus, but that they then raised money to help people in the community that they realized needed it.
I like the way that they want to start like the project of the smoothies. That they want to first start once a month and then they do it each Friday and then they.
I like how they sort of like before going and starting to like say, okay, we're gonna do this, they first did a survey and talked to like their middle school to see how they felt before importing someone.
I really like that, like in many projects that are like this, normally they focus on like girls, but they're also doing for guys, and I think that's great.
No, like,
Okay, so I also like that they is not only standing for the equality of women, but also equality for men. Because if we look at both, you can see that it's unfair for both, not only for men. We can discuss also the potentials. So, what good things you see coming from this future impact will this have on the community, and what if it's growing and growing on the whole country?
I think it has some impact on the skill of the community because for the most, there's a lot of like actually great projects about like empowering women, and they're all really good. Like this project specifically, they also like empower like volleyball, so I think that's a really good thing that you guys are doing.
I like that like they can like really like send a message to their school and like make their school a better place to be.
Also, one thing that we forgot to mention is that we plan on making this kind of like a curriculum for when you're little, so that like you don't start learning about these stereotypes from when you're little. You are used to see like thinking of a teacher as male and female. You're used to thinking of a firefighter as male and thinking in like a way that's gender neutral.
Something that I see coming from this project is that maybe you will inspire a lot of students to join sports, maybe, or some girls that are afraid to do stuff because it's boys stuff, or even boys to do girls stuff. Maybe you will inspire them and give them the confidence they need to join it to do things that they don't want, or they don't have like the guts to do it. Then we have also the concerns. So what is a potential obstacle from this project? So what are the things that may limit the impact of this project?
I think they mentioned it and they're trying to address it, but it is kind of ironic to have a gender equality group and both genders are not represented. So they're trying to get someone to join in this thinking.
Someone else?
How can you make sure that like this doesn't just happen on your school, but like around like your community, your city?
That's what we're hoping on doing by spreading it to the women's officers. Hopefully that we're spreading that and then we can spread it to the rest of our community. And hopefully that gets other people inspired to do something to encourage younger girls, and especially in like the women's education, and it's not just like older than still younger girls around our age. So hopefully that can inspire them to do that and work thinking as well.
So when we have now these things that they need to work on, but do you guys like can you imagine a solution for these things?
Yes, maybe like including more men or boys in like in your group or in your school to persuade them to do this.
Also, you're fundraising to buy feminine hygiene products. I don't know if you've tried actually trying to get a sponsorship from feminine hygiene companies.
So we haven't gotten a really good like huge response, but we also hope that if we manage to raise a lot more money and like prove to these companies that we're working really hard, that they will like see what we're trying to do so that we can get like a better sponsorship.
And I can see how boys or guys can have like a lot of individuals going this project.